Good morning, good morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. We are in day 3 of our October Daily, which is a book report based on Agatha Christie's Halloween Party. Chapter 3 is all about Rowena Drake inviting all the kids to her annual Halloween party. And we're going to do the invitation. So we are having fun, having fun, having fun. Now, this one is not grungy at all. And I kind of already had thought that the theme of this party would be pretty, or the theme of this book would be pretty grungy. The first 2 pages are, in my opinion, grungy. But I'm using up products, party invitation, that's my prompt list. And I'm just kind of layering things where I can and keeping the pocket open for my journal cards, which all of the chapters are, I have, all my journal cards are synopsi, I don't know, a review of the chapter. And chapter 3 is basically talking about the party and the history of the party. And this Rowena Drake has always given the party to the 11 pluses, which are children 11 and older. So I'm putting all my journaling cards in their little pockets. And adding a little bit of pizzazz, if you want to call it, to the pocket, to the journal cards. Just actually outlining the little space. And all they are cardstock that I put orange paint on. Actually, no, they are. And I don't know why I did that. I don't want to do that. So, anyhow. If you know anything about this, I'm a little disorganized the first couple days of this month because I'm filming these all way ahead of time. So I filmed this a while ago, and now I'm trying to figure out the voiceover. Anyhow, so every page has a pocket, and that's where the journaling goes. Day 3 is, what did I write there? Mrs. Olive's The Mystery Writer also shows up in this book, and then she invites Hercule Poirot. I'm not saying the name's right at all. She invites Hercule Poirot, our detective, to the party because she just wants. There's a little girl that keeps bragging about seeing a murder, and she's actually the one that is killed at the beginning of the book. So at the Halloween party, and if you are keeping up with movies being put out in theaters, there's a movie out right now called Halloween Party. Kenneth Branagh, and it's loosely based on this book. I did not know this going into making this my October Daily project. So anyhow, this is me going through a bunch of Ali Edwards stuff. I do belong to her story by the month, I think. Anyhow, the topics project. And I get this every month, and I don't use a lot of them. But I'm like, how can I use some of these? And I thought, all right, maybe I can darken them up, deepen them up. But to me, this one piece of paper on the right with all the little colored blocks kind of looks like I could put like who, where, what, when for the Halloween party and make it into a party invitation. And since the party is a fun event, a color page did not seem out of the question in a typically grungy journal. Is the whole journal going to be grungy? I don't know. Am I going to shy away from the grungy in the very beginning? I don't know. I do know that I've collected a lot of things that lead to grungy results. So, anyhow, I was trying to figure out, I only have this little envelope, and how am I going to fit all this on here? But I do manage to do it. So I kind of just used an Ali Edwards trick and who, what, where, when. So I put who, Rowena Drake is giving the party for what, Halloween and the 11 plusers. And I don't think I did who, what, and when is what I can't remember now. But you'll see, I just put a topic in each one of those little squares. And I kind of did them in fall colors. I picked out the yellow, the warm colored ones. I picked out the yellow, orange, and red ones. And I end up covering up, because I can't remember what this topic was, but there's a little journaling spark that Allie Edwards puts on a lot of things, and I cross that out because it does not um, lend itself well to a party invitation. But and then this other journaling card was black and white. I thought, okay, that kind of helped with our orange or Halloween theme. So I do cross out those topics, and I just kind of pretend like they're not there. Um, but and then now I remember what I did. I filmed this like 4 days ago. I just made my own topics, and I cut them out and I glued them over the writing. So it was who, what, and where. Oh, who, what, and where. So what was a Halloween party? Um, where was that Rowena Drake's? And who was the 11 plussers? I think that's what I did now that I think about it. And I just kind of covered up that black smudge that so you did not know that there was a other piece of journaling card under there, and it looks kind of like more homemade. Um, anyhow, I really uh, I didn't struggle with this, but I was a little nervous because it's not grungy, and this project does not make me nervous, nor do I feel like I have to perform perfect pages because a lot of times my pages are not perfect. But because I'm more about the process than the product, actually, believe it or not. Um, so I had pre-stamped a bunch of stuff on orange paper and cream paper and things that I can use for embellishments or ephemera. So here is the beginning of my paper, my invitation, and I needed another piece of paper underneath it, and that's where I put the black and white journaling card. So it kind of all um, mushes together. And I thought about maybe putting this in the background somehow, but it just didn't. It didn't look right because it's a combination, the wrong combination of homemade and store-bought, I thought. Um, but this, do I use this? I don't think I use this. Maybe I did. Doesn't seem like I did. Anyhow, again, more papers that I painted myself. I just keep adding, like, maybe I did use this and not the black card. But I'm trying to think of how I can incorporate this stamp, but nothing really applies to this book. Now, I'm doing October Daily my way, and I don't have events that I can perform in a journal all month. We don't have children anymore at the house. Our granddaughter is going to come one weekend for us in October, and it just doesn't lend my season in life. I hate that term, but my season in life does not lend itself to all these events for children, or for a journaling, a book, an October Daily. And I'm not going to make stuff up. I have made up stuff. I made up Martha Stewart's cooking, Martha Stewart's decorating for Christmas, or was it Thanksgiving? Her calendar for November all last year. And that kind of stuff is fun. But I just wanted to do something different. So I'm like, I like to do books. Let's see if we can't do a book report. And I started looking around for different books. And then I thought maybe I can combine two books or two topics together and make my own book. And I kind of got away from that idea because I wasn't sure I could do it right. I wouldn't have the results I wanted. So I decided to go with this book because I do love Agatha Christie mysteries. And when I found out she had one named Halloween Party, I'm like, well, that's kind of perfect. And it has 27 chapters, so there were enough for a 31-day month. And then I do a couple extra days at the end where I kind of like focus on Agatha Christie or focus on Hercule Poirot. Poirot. Uh, I'll try not to say it wrong every time I say it, but it might happen. Um, I don't know if you can hear those crows outside. So yeah, this has been really fun. And I kind of like, I covered up the words I needed to cover up. I kept what I wanted. It's a party invitation, so it's kind of bright for a party atmosphere in fall colors. And I end up liking how this turns out. It's different. Every once in a while, I kind of went off theme. And that bothers me a little bit now, especially now looking back at it a couple days later. I'm like, ooh, especially since I already know what I do on the next day. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's just paper. Um, and it is fun. And it's a way to use art supplies. It's a way to, I say this a lot, a lot, a lot. This is kind of like my therapy. It's not cheaper than therapy at this rate, but it's more fun. That's for sure. And so yeah, I'm getting out the book to kind of like, and I have written all over this book. I did all this last month or in September, the beginning of September. I read the whole book and kind of just made my way through it, made notes on what's happening here, what's happening there, um, and had a grand old time kind of dissecting this book, good enough to do a whole journal about it. And it's it's a great uh, entertainment for me. Um, so I just wanted to make sure I had everybody's name spelled right and the facts right in the right chapters. And so sometimes you'll see me referring back to this book. So yes, Mrs. Drake, Rowena Drake is the uh, home of the party where the murder takes place, where the little girl. Oh, I can't tell you yet. You have to wait till tomorrow. Anyhow, it's for the 11 plus kids, which are 11 and older, and it's a Halloween party. And there's the journaling, and this so much fun and so silly that something like this. Here's where I'm just keeping tabs on everything, and I stapled this one, but it's kind of flopping around, so I decided to tape it down. But I kept tabs on things on the journaling cards so that I could find them, excavate them easier out of some of these pockets, because some of these pockets are kind of deep or really hidden, because I really don't want them to be noticeable when you go through the journal, but I do want to keep track of what's going on in the book. So much fun. So much fun. So we'll see where tomorrow brings me. And one more day and I'll be at the beach where you'll see sunrises or sunsets and the dog. But I'm working my tail off because I'm setting up our house for us by myself. My husband is not at the beach. He had to go to a convention and he's got 2 doctor's appointments that he needs to stay at home for. Can't reschedule them. So he's going to be here in 13 days. I know. I'm all by myself for 12 days, 13 days with this dog. So here's where I am, kind of working on the next couple days, working on their journal cards and having a ball doing all of this. And I hope you are enjoying this book. And get the book maybe. It's fun. Or get it on like Kindle or something like that. It's a good book. It takes forever to get into. Trust me. But that's the way of an Agatha Christie murder mystery. All these characters are all set up like 60% of the book, and then it goes boom, 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 boom. So, fun times. Fun. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.